Let me set the scene. Third day of 6th grade. I, Sonia Shrivastava, am the new girl, and we are about to pick our robotics partners for the year. Miss Brundage called me up to the front of the room to pick a name out of the silver bowl. I am terrified. I pull out the name Rachel Taylor and come face to face with a peppy, blonde-haired girl. Later that day, after we exchanged iMessage emails, I texted Rachel, "Hi Rachel," spelling her name Rachael, the wrong way. Immediately, I get a text saying, "You spelled my name wrong." Terrified of making a bad impression, I quickly said, "Oops, autocorrect," to which I received the interesting response of, "Good, because I was about to virtually slap you." While that interaction could be off-putting to some, it became the foundation of mine and Rachel's long friendship. For the past 7 years, I have been lucky to call Rachel one of my best friends. She's an extremely generous person who will bring you coffee when you are feeling down. She's a great classmate who's always willing to help you with homework, and not to mention a fantastic writer whose words will for sure move you. So without further delay, I give to you the one and only Rachel Michelle Taylor.
Sorry. I have this friend, Travis, and he's been a part of my family for quite some time. I love him dearly. He's a gentle man, but very old. You can tell he's slowing down. After having traveled so many miles, anybody would. He's lived a very fast-paced life, you see. You might even call him somewhat of an explorer. Travis is my car, and I love him so much. He is a 2003 Ford Explorer, and yes, that is 17 years old as me, with a grand total of 289,400 miles. He is this gorgeous forest green color, my favorite color. He's been painted numerous times because the paint just keeps chipping. Even before he was my car, he was my sister's. So you could say he's been through it all. Countless oil changes, 2 motors, and I don't even know how many trips to Knoxville and back. I've adorned him with 2 sets of beads that hang off the rearview mirror that glisten in the morning light each day as I make my way to school. They were both green at one point, but now one has faded to silver because of all the sun exposure. I've always been a huge fan of bumper stickers, so naturally, I have the St. Mary seal on the back windshield, along with a Knox sticker and a Keystone, Colorado sticker, which I have ironically never been to. I just thought it was pretty. I used to have a sticker that said, "Break the chain, eat local," up until a couple of months ago when it fell off. Tragically, that's probably for the best though, because my diet mainly consists of Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, and Zaxby's, and I just know at least one person in one of those lines has laughed at my hypocrisy. As you can probably tell at this point, I keep him neat and tidy. I keep any loose change in the console, my trash in my purple trash bucket, and I treat him to frequent car washes. Don't get me wrong though, he's definitely not perfect. I don't have a key fob to unlock my car, just the key. So I lock my car with the lock button on the driver's side door. This has led to numerous occasions of me forgetting to grab my keys and locking myself out. Let's just say many a AAA call has been made. While most people my age play their Spotify playlist through an aux cord, I have to use a cassette tape. Sometimes when the sunroof covering is open while it's raining, it leaks water, which in the past has resulted in a beautiful stain in the shape of Africa on the roof. The whole car shakes in between 60 and 70 miles per hour for no apparent reason, and despite all this, I wouldn't have it any other way. I really do love my car. Although I didn't realize this myself for a long time, everybody has flaws and perfection is unattainable. But that doesn't really matter, does it? This year, I made the good decision of taking another class with Miss Ray and Rev Bush, The Meaning of Life, and I've already read things that have attested to this idea of imperfection. In reading Wild Geese by Mary Oliver, a few particular lines stood out to me. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over again, announcing your place in the family of things. No matter how lonely. This brings about the assumption that everyone in the world is lonely to some degree. A sad prospect, really. However, the next lines compensate that, saying that although you may feel as though you have no meaning, no worth, and no place in this world, you do. You fit into the beautiful and diverse family of life, and you belong, whether you know it or not. No matter how many flaws you have, there's always going to be someone in the world that will love you and appreciate you to the fullest. They will admire how many adventures you've gone on and how many miles you've traveled, and you will find your perfect match. But it starts with you. With that, I say we should all embrace the gloriously imperfect Travis within ourselves. Thank you.